Welcome to Golden Software's video training for Grapher 12. Grapher is a powerful 2D and 3D graphing software package. In this video, I will explain how to set the color gradient fill for a plot using data values. This functionality is new to Grapher 12 and is available for line plots, bar charts, contour plots, and surface plots. We'll begin with a bar chart that has already been created. To color this plot with a gradient fill and then adjust the colors based on specific data values, click on the plot in the Object Manager. In the Property Manager, click on the Fill tab. In the Gradient section, set the type to Linear. This is important since you won't see the data value options in the Color Gradient dialog if this is set to any other option. Set the fill orientation as desired. For a horizontal fill orientation, the gradient will change side to side, and the data values displayed in the Color Gradient dialog will be X values. For a vertical fill orientation, the gradient will change up and down, and the data values displayed in the Color Gradient dialog will be Y values. As you can see, currently each bar contains the entire gradient, so there is no correlation between a color in one bar and the same color in another bar. To modify this, check the box in the Spread Across Plot field. Now the same gradient is applied across all bars. This box must be checked in order to see the data value options in the Color Gradient dialog. Click the Custom Color Map button in the Color Map field to open the Color Gradient dialog. This dialog is where we define the color map used to fill the bars. At the top of this dialog, we can select a preset gradient. Just below the presets drop-down list is the color map. We can click and drag a color map node to move it, zooming in if desired with the dragger beneath the color map. When we click on each node, we can view the data value associated with it. And we can change the color and opacity of the node. The opacity can be applied to all nodes if the Apply Opacity to All Nodes box is checked, or it can be applied to individual nodes by unchecking this box. In the Data to Color Mapping section, we leave the Values drop-down box set to Y, since our gradient is vertical. Also in this section, we can define custom limits by unchecking the box next to Use Data Limits and then defining custom minimum and maximum values. Everything above the maximum value will take on the color of the maximum, and everything below the minimum value will take on the color of the minimum. A common use for gradient fill is to define sharp boundaries between data values. To do this, we will once again open the Color Gradient dialog, and we will check the box next to Use Data Limits. Say we wanted to show blue below the mean value and red above the mean. We would first select a preset to start from. Next, we would click once on or just below the color map to add a new node. Click on the new node, select blue from the color drop-down list, and set the value to the mean. Click to the right of the new node, on or just below the color map, to add another node. Click on the new node, select red from the color drop-down list, and set the value to the mean and add an extra 1 to the end of the decimal place. So the second node appears on the correct side of the first. Delete the 1 at the end so they are exactly the same. Notice the color map shows a hard boundary now at this value. If desired, click the Save button to save this color map to a CLR file that you can later read back into Grapher or into Surfer. Click OK and the change is applied to your plot. This concludes the video training for coloring a Grapher plot with a gradient fill based on data values. If you have any additional questions, please contact Golden Software.